I just got slobbered on. Thanks, dude. Most excellent. Thank you. How's everyone doing? And didn't ping probably for some reason, but he did half of it and will be here shortly. I'm sure I am here. Had to take care of a few things real quick. We are live. We are going. Today we're talking about future fish room filming and what exactly I mean by that. We'll go over that in a couple minutes as soon as people kind of show up here. So while we're waiting, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, the like button. I got to get my link going here while we wait, always. There you go. Awesome new fish updated here. So check out that link. You get 10% off your first order. It is an affiliate link, so I get $1 million every time you order. So, you know, help a guy out. All right. Yeah, I did. I was late for the member stream, so I didn't even send out a notification for it. It was only like 20-ish minutes long. But we'll make it up. We'll do an extra long stream next week, but no guarantees. I'm feeling great. Thank you for asking. Doing well. Mike Fishing Barn says, glad to see you were on the mend after your surgery. Yep, doing excellent. And how's your shoulder doing, buddy? It is doing good, buddy. It is actually out in the world doing good. But the surgery was everything being all bunched up everywhere. It's really not that bad. But the surgery went really well. No complications. It was a little bit more injured than the MRI shown. But other than that, I'm expected to make a full recovery, 100%. All right, the Walters, I saw this question earlier, and honestly, the answer is going to be up to you. Only you can decide. The Walter says, should I breed gold laser cories or panda cories? I have a 33-gallon and want to breed Corridoras for profit. The pandas are cheaper and more wanted, but I could sell the golds for more. In my experience, all Corridoras sell. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. So yeah, just pick one. Do both. Do both. Breed pandas for a couple months and then switch to lasers and then switch to Similis. You know, just keep rotating them out if you want to. You're never gonna have a problem selling Corridoras, no matter what kind they are. FFRF. So what I'm talking about, I just want to get it over with quickly. I talked about this, I think, last week or the week before, about filming a people's fish room, and I just want to get it out there now early. If anyone has a fish room that they would like me to film, to come visit, I'm more than down to come and do fish room tours and film. If you know of someone who has a sweet fish room, maybe reach out and ask them. So yeah, not a really big topic to talk about today, but I just wanted to get that out there in the universe officially early on in the live stream here, and we're just gonna do like a general Q&A, and but yeah, I am really enjoying doing fish room tours, and I would like to do some more. Local would be better, but you know, as long as traveling's not that expensive, I am willing to travel after I get rid of this stupid thing. Matthew Argus says, finally got a notification. Hope all is well. We're finally on the same time zone. Interesting. Where are you at? You're probably like in Mexico somewhere. Brand's Fish Fam says, Corys are amazing. It's so true. Like, it really doesn't matter which one you breed. Obviously, well, I don't, it really does not matter. It does not matter. I want to come to my fish room in Michigan. I only have 8 tanks, but have some pretty rare stuff. I think a Michigan trip is definitely going to be in the works because there's so many people in Michigan. So, yeah, I think Michigan will probably happen at some point. I'd invite you out, but if you came here, it's kind of this golf capital of the U.S. I mean, I would play. I'd be terrible, but I would play. I'm in Vegas declaring bankruptcy. Nice. Yeah. Ken's 3D says I'm in Michigan too. Yeah, there's for some reason, like there's a ton of people in Tennessee and there's a ton of people in Michigan. I don't know what it is about those two states and fish keepers, but yeah. Does a 15-gallon in one room and a 10-gallon in another count as a fish room? It's like a fish home, a fish house. If they're spread out, even if it's only two. Come to Indiana at the Ark Pet Shop. It would make a great video tour. I don't know how I feel about store tours. I definitely like fish room tours better. Driving ranges are fun for golf. That's likely because it's what I can do. What, drive? Drive? Drive to the driving range? Can corridors cross breed? Yes, absolutely they can. Not that I want them to. I'm just not sure if it's possible. Yep. Yep. Brand's Fish Fan says we have over 100 tanks in our house. Now that is a fish house for sure. Could probably film the fish tank barn if you came to Michigan. Yep. Fish tank barn for sure. As in drive the ball. Oh, we played baseball, so driving I can do. Short game, I'm garbage. Golf is so easy. It's not hard to hit a ball. Let's be real. Casey, what's going on, my friend? It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I feel like I haven't seen you in years, so it's good to see you, my friend. Ken's 3D Aquatics says, I have 5 display tanks at the moment, 17 breeding grow out by January-ish. I'll have 3 other planned display tanks set up. Let me know when you want to come to Michigan. I'm so down. What's the stem plant in your live stream? A taller trailer at 134. I have no idea. I don't even know what my live stream trailer is. How do I get to the trailer? I'm going to look this up for you, my friend. Let me search for 40-gallon. I think that's my trailer. No, that's not gonna work. All right, here it is. All right, I found it. View on YouTube. And you said at the 1 minute and 34 mark. Okay. Hopefully I remember what it is. I don't remember. Oh, man. I do not remember. I want to say it's like... It's 3 words, and one of them starts with an S. That's the best I could do. It's the best I got. Doing well. Work schedule doesn't let me make the live streams often. Hey, as long as you're doing all right, though, that's all that matters. Ginger Grumble giving out 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Welcome all new members. we should have a Michigan meetup. I'm kind of like, I kind of want to do a Washington one, but not like a meetup. I want to do like a swap meet in Washington. I don't know. We'll see. So if I go down to the Portland show and I don't sell anything and I have a bunch of stuff left over, then I might try to organize like a swap meet in Washington. Is it illegal to gather native plants in Washington? I may or may not have found some in the Columbia. I'm not sure. It's legal for me because I have a permit, but I'm not sure. I know there's lots of native species that you can, you know, not native, invasive. A lot of invasive species that you can take for sure. But I don't know on native species if it's illegal or not. Washington's a far drive. Yeah, but I feel like there's a decent amount of people. If you sell out, what if you sell out almost? Encouraged to then do a swap too. If I sell out completely, then I'll be even more encouraged to do a swap meet because then I get to buy all new stuff again and do it again. So if it goes really well, then I'll think about doing a swap meet. If it goes poorly, then I'll think about doing one. If it's somewhere in between, then I probably won't. If it's just all right, like, I did okay, then I probably won't be very motivated. But it can't be that hard to book some sort of hall at a hotel somewhere, like some sort of conference room, and set up a bunch of tables and have like a swap meet. It can't be that hard. Did I ever apply for that Columbia sponsorship? Columbia sponsorship. I'm going to say no because I don't remember what you're talking about. So I'm not sure. John the Stir Fry guy says, yeah, illegal only if you get caught. Yeah. See, I'm like Ron Swanson. I have a permit that says I can do whatever I want. So there, that's my permit. I can do whatever I want. We can organize a Discord group and get us Michiganders together. I'd be down to meet up. I don't have any real fish friends. Everyone is online, really. Well, I mean, it's better that way anyways. Let's be honest. It would be awesome to do a meetup at the Ark. Let me know if you do a tour for the store. There's a YouTube by Jay Wilson. The Ark. Isn't Jay Wilson in Oklahoma and you're talking about Indiana? I'm confused. Thanks, Bentley, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Looking forward to spending the weekend with Bentley here in about 6 weeks. I can tell you, like, if I'm organizing a meetup, it's going to be in Washington first. I don't think I have enough fan base to organize meetups, like, outside of Washington. But I know enough people in Washington that I think it would be easy to organize a meetup. Where did I get the Nanochromis in your trailer? Did they spawn for you? I could never get them to spawn, and I actually gave them away to some local breeders to try to see if they can get them to spawn. But I never got mine to spawn, which is frustrating. Everything you read says how easy they are to spawn. But mine, I had Splendens, I had Transvestatus or something like that. I had Consortus. And one more. I had 4 species of Nanochromis, and I never got any of them to spawn. And then I gave them away. Just, I usually give fish away in a deal that if they spawn, like I get half the spawn. But they never got them to spawn easy either, and I don't know whatever happened to them. Fishtoberfest will be awesome. It's true. I booked my room today, and boy, was that a chore. I never thought booking a hotel room could be such a pain in the butt, but I was very frustrated over the process. Just you should tell Columbia you were where you wear the stuff in the live stream. Oh, I'm not even wearing Columbia today. No wonder it went over my head. I love the Columbia store because everything there is like $20. It doesn't matter what it is. It's like $20. And it's decent quality and lasts long enough. Unholy Orders, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Especially if you do it closer to Oregon. I will not be doing it closer to Oregon. Them Oregon people can drive up here for all I care. Like, everything that happens in this state happens down in either Seattle or south by Oregon. And I'm north, so if I do something, it's going to be north. I don't care if only 3 people show up. If I had it down south, like 300 show up. If I have it up north, 3 people show up. I don't care. I'm still doing something for the north side. Just saying. What happened? What happened? Why do I not see... Oh. Well. Oregon? More like Borgon. More like Borophyll. We used to, like 5 years ago, we used to have a swap meet, a biannual swap meet that was in north of Seattle. And that was always a success. So if I could get something like that rolling again, I think it would be pretty neat. There's a cool fish room in San Francisco, collab time. I know of a few cool fish rooms in California. And it's cheap to go to California, so yeah. I might be working on a few things. There's a really big rainbow fish breeder down there that would be cool to see. So yeah, we'll see how it works out. I want to get the word out there. I'm even considering, this is crazy, I'm even considering giving some talks at some local fish clubs. Considering. Like, I don't know, like, I really want to travel right now. And if my want to travel is higher than my want to not give talks, if that makes sense, then I'll do it. We'll see. All just things that are, like, spinning. My brain is spinning a lot right now. I think I have too much time to sit around and think. So, I'm thinking of a lot of stuff. Ginger Gumbo with the $5 chat says, please remember to hit the like button. I agree. Go to Bob's Tropical Fish in East Los Angeles. Pretty cool place. See, I don't know that I would go somewhere for a store. I'm definitely, like I said, more into, like, seeing fish rooms. I feel like stores would get kind of boring after a while, to be honest. Because they're all going to have, like, the same fish. You know, like 90% of the fish are all going to be the same thing. What topics are you considering? So that's where I haven't started thinking of topics yet. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure. But it's something I just recently, like, started thinking about, like, last weekend. So, I think there's a few things that I could probably cover, but I'm not really sure. And I kind of want to do it. Anyway, I don't want to say too much. It's just thinking about it. Just thinking about it. Who would win an arm wrestling contest, Bigfoot or Bob? Well, now that I have a Terminator arm, I would win 100%. Like, I've got... my arm is basically all metal right now. So, I can win arm wrestling. I told the Minnesota Aquarium Society to get you for a speaker. Not that I have any pull there. I think if I did do a talk, I would probably do it on a live stream just to test it out. Maybe not a public live stream, but like maybe like an invite only. I don't know. But I think if I did do a talk, I would definitely try it out online first. But I can't just make it open to the public because then no one's gonna want to like pay me to come out and give them a talk. But like if I could get one of the like California clubs to fly me out, then I could also film all the fish rooms that are out there and it wouldn't cost me anything. So there's definitely some strategy that I need to think about. Need to just put some thought into it. Matthew says, can I keep embers with one Bolivian ram and a 20 high? Or are they too small? I'm conflicted between harlequins and embers. I would probably go with harlequins. Embers, I don't know that a Bolivian ram would ever do anything to ember tetras, but it definitely could if it wanted to. Do I have an email to submit fish room pics to? Yeah, if you want to, it's just Steenfott Aquatics at gmail.com. Pretty simple. It would probably be a good idea for me to see the fish room first instead of flying out there and yeah, I would definitely need to see the fish rooms first before paying to fly out there and everything. Do you have a bunch of screws in your shoulder? I have a lot of pins and some weird mechanisms. Like I got all the photos from the surgery, so I can see all the little things that are in there, but I don't know what they are. Like some of them look like little like spring things. Some of them are definitely like anchors. Like one's a screw. I can see it screwed into the bone, screwing something into the bone. I don't know. But yeah. So I don't know how it's gonna work for a metal detector. I hope they didn't use like plastic parts in there though. That would be disappointing. Finally starting to think about our tank since we moved. Our water went from 0 GH and 9 KH to 10 and 6. Looking forward to never having to use equilibrium again. Whew. I almost bought some equilibrium today. I'm gonna have to buy some eventually. So, are your dogs aware of your injured shoulder? No, definitely not. Can a fish spawn too much? I have a pair of electric blue acaras that have spawned 4 times and as many. Once a month is not out of the realms of or not. That's pretty normal. But can fish spawn too much? Yes and no. Like generally, they're not going to spawn unless they're ready. But you can definitely condition them to spawn more than they probably should. Curtis with the $1 super chat. Thank you. Ginger Grumble with $5. Please let me see all the weird crap inside your shoulder. That is cool to me. Maybe. I got 2 10-gallon aquariums with clown puke, gravel, and blue backgrounds. Fish room tour that. I don't think that qualifies as a fish room. What about someone that has a full fish room and a full reptile room? How do we apply? Located in South Florida? Well, I'm always willing to go to Florida. But yeah, just send me an email to steenfottaquatics@gmail.com. And I may be going to Florida in February, so might be able to get something worked out there. They're probably surgical titanium. I can tell you from experience that it doesn't set off metal detectors if that is what they used. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to find out in my follow-up appointment and go over some of it. Because I didn't talk to the surgeon afterwards. I talked to him beforehand, but not after. The tiger barbs in Corey's 800-gallon, like swimming into the wave maker. Thinking of some for my 210 if they don't stay too close to the substrate. They schooled around. Like, I wouldn't say they like swimming into the wave maker, but they definitely schooled around and swam a lot. Matt Gray with the $10 super chat says, for keeping me company while I work. Are you editing? Are you editing right now? Other than the sliced up shoulder, does it seem like this the procedure worked? Oh yeah, I'm in way less pain now than before the surgery. I already have the same range of motion, if not more, than before the surgery, and it's already less painful. I haven't had to take any pain medications. Everyone was saying how sore and tired I'll be after the surgery, but honestly, I came home expecting to be sore and tired and sat around for like 3 hours, and I was like, this is nonsense. I'm not sore or tired. So I actually went to Home Depot and bought a bunch of 2x6s and 4x6s and came home and worked on my house till dark, like the day. I mean, that was the day of my surgery, so I mean, I was feeling good almost immediately. Do I go to Canada? I turned my bedroom into a fish room. I got 10 tanks in my small bedroom. I can go to Canada now. However, I don't plan on going to Canada. There is some really big rainbow fish convention going on in Canada at some point. My blind Blackmore likes to lay down in the fake shell, motionless at the bottom of the tank, and give me a heart attack, thinking this is the time he's dead. They do that. They do that. Sifa, didn't they have any weight restrictions? I wasn't giving any restrictions because it wasn't a it wasn't an on-the-job injury, so like they didn't give me like some L&I thing that says I can do this, I can do that. I can pretty much do whatever I feel like I can handle. Any more hole smashing on the house building? No, it's actually been going fairly smoothly since that first incident. So, yeah, no more Hulk smashing. But I mean, I've been like today. That's why I was late to my member stream. I've been out working on my house every day since the surgery, and I don't know. Like I feel good. No pain, no soreness. They give you weight restrictions when you have a baby. Is it like your baby cannot be more than 10 pounds? Is it that kind of weight restriction? Is there a species of rainbow that's pracock size but brighter colored? Not really. There's some smaller rainbows out there, but nothing. I don't know, it's kind of a tough question. If you're down here, you have a place to stay and a fish room to see. The room has a set of 1990s world books of encyclopedias. Are those like your stands? Like the encyclopedias are all stacked up using them as stands? I broke my entire left arm. Wasn't allowed to lift much for a long. So sure, there's certainly things I can't do. and I won't do. Um, but as far as like using my other arm and my other 200 muscles, like um, it's not that big a deal. They only gave weight restrictions. You all can fight about those. I'll never have to experience that. Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not going out and doing like deadlifts and like bench pressing 300 pounds. That's stupid. But I can carry lumber with my one good arm. You know, it's just I was the way everyone was talking. It was like I was gonna be down and out for like a week, like just resting and tired, which couldn't have been further from the truth. Like I was ready to go like right after surgery. Like let's get some work done. Think about doing a 75, but with smaller schooling fish, however, not nano size. Featherfin rainbows and stuff are amazing, but a little too small. Don't want big rainbows again. Look up like Skull Creek. You can look up like Macolichis would be a good one. But I just got some Skull Creeks, and they stay small, and they're pretty colorful, and I'm really enjoying them. After 2 months, I finally made that venti 1 gallon unboxing. Nice. Don't let the rainbow nerds catch you calling Suda McGill rainbow fish. It doesn't. I don't care at all. Not one iota. Them hardcore nerds can suck it for all I care. Yeah. Alexander Englehart gifting 20 subs, which I think has been broken because the last 5 that were given have not been handed out. Last week, we were gifted 5 by Ginger Grumble, and they weren't handed out till like Wednesday. So I don't know what's going on with the gifted sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully, eventually they get handed out. It's, as you can see, not doing anything. It's just because we love you, you big jerk. You big jerk. I think people underestimate how draining chronic pain can be. Like, I've been in chronic pain for like almost a year, and now I'm pain free, and I'm just like, I'm ready to rock and roll. Like, I'm not wasting any more time. Like, I should have done this 6 months ago. I watched my neighbor Hulk smash his car's hatchback today and thought of Bob. Nice. 2 were given out. Yeah, 2 of the 5. Like, they haven't been given out yet. A little late, so I missed the start. You look worse than I do? Well, thank you. Just got stitches out of my arm from the plate that they put in. I've got 5 different areas of stitches. Our pistogram is still popular up there. None of the stores here seem to have any anymore. They're definitely not as popular as they should. I don't know what's going on with the pistos lately, but it's been really hard to get them. I don't know. I don't. They're really awesome, beautiful fish, and I have no idea why they're so hard to get. Why people aren't breeding them. All of my blue dreams are named Bob. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you and Corey? I have no idea how old Corey is. And I'm old. I'm like 52-ish. I'm old. Okay. Steven says, Randy guy, look up melanotaenia species tiwa. Stay small like praecox and look amazing. That's true. Designer pistols are super popular and more people need to breed them. I agree. I don't really consider them designer apistos. They're just, that's how they look. I would have thought that you would be in your 30s. Definitely not in my 30s. That ship sailed long ago. I believe YouTube is no longer showing the give them sub unless they come into the chat live, from what I can tell, but I'm still guessing at this point. Not a single one has been handed out here, and there's lots of people that are not members, so I don't know what's going on. There's no epistles on Aquavid. Yeah, it's crazy. If you go back like 7 years ago, 6 years ago, epistles were all the rage. Like, you could get them. There are so many different types you can get, and now it's like they're just gone. Finally, one was gifted out. 22 more to go. Epistos without the triple orange blaze don't sell well. I think people just don't know. Epistos also, when you're selling them, they're kind of like rainbow fish. So when you see them in the stores, they're pretty bland. Just a silver fish. You really need some adult males to sell that fish. YouTube probably realized it's impolite to the lurkers. I don't care. Like, it needs to shown. Kenneth, did you just get here or just accept it? Just curious. Just curious. UPS for living the dream says, I love my Cali Tiwa rainbows. All right. We got to take a little time out. I'll be right back. Enjoy this awesome music. Okay. Had a quick delivery I had to sign for. Sorry about that. I kind of figured that would show up during my live stream. They had till 8 o'clock to get here, but they had to do it during a live stream. Why do I feel like I'm in the circus? Maybe. All right. I've had a problem here in East Tennessee with tap water being in the 80s. I've had to put ice in a 5-gallon buckets of water during water changes. That could be a problem. Yeah, I don't know what other options you have there. Waiting for the show to start. Danikin Aquatics, what's going on, buddy? I have been messaging Kenny nonstop. I almost feel bad because I keep bugging him, but I don't feel bad. I'm not gonna lie. I almost do, but I don't. See, here at least, at Katie, I can run my hose water for about 5 minutes, and then eventually I'll start getting cold water again. But it is always nice when I'm doing like one water change to have that warm water coming out for the first 5 minutes. After that, then it's all cold water changes. Signature required for mail order Russian brides. You were right in being plural. You are right there. A bubble off has also been to the Ark. I don't know who that is. A bubble is another person in chat. Oh, a bubble off. Okay. I see it now. Oh. All right. I'm trying to get more stuff. My goal is to fill a table and then some, and I think I've done that. Briefly talked about in the last stream what I was bringing to Fishtoberfest. And I guess I can let you all know kind of a few of the things I'm bringing. Which I'm bringing some hardscape, which I don't know if I should or not, but I'm bringing some 1,000-layer stone, cloud stone, dragon stone, and 2 other types of stones that I cannot pronounce the name of, all aquascaping stones. And I'm bringing about 50 pounds of each, and I'm going to sell it probably in bulk. So buy all 50 pounds at once. Am I wearing a rifle sling? Nope, it's an entire arm sling. So yeah, about 50 pounds of all of those. Like I said, I'm gonna try to sell them all at once instead of breaking them up into smaller pieces. I'm bringing some. I just had it up too, and I minimized it. I'm bringing some Coste Tetras, which I showed in the stream last week. Those are getting delivered to me this week, so they'll go through almost 5 weeks of quarantine before I sell them, so that's pretty exciting. Bringing some a couple different types of shrimp, chocolate shrimp, yellow shrimp, and bringing some Synodontis, some rare Synodontis. I'm bringing a bunch of house plants, so all the plants you see behind me, I'm going to be bringing a ton of house plants, so that'll take up a lot of room. I'm hoping there's some houseplant people, or just some people that enjoy plants. I'm only going to be bringing like really easy stuff to grow, so things like Philodendron, Monstera, just really easy stuff like that anyone can grow. And what else? There was some other stuff too. What then? I hate Gmail changed how their layout is, and I absolutely hate it. I hate it so much. I'm going to be bringing some tissue culture plants as well. Not very many, just a couple. Bringing a couple different types of mosses, which mosses should sell well, I would imagine. Oh, here we go. Oh, and the black Madeca rice fish. Forgot about those. I'm bringing some black Madeca rice fish. I'm gonna be house planting up in Marysville tomorrow. Y'all need more restaurants. There's no restaurants in Marysville, absolutely none. And I don't even know. Oh, house hunting. House hunting. We could go to Blackfish. I do love Blackfish, which, I mean, it's not the greatest restaurant in the world, but I think it's better than Anthony's. They got this breaded rainbow trout. It's so good, I'm telling you. And their crab cakes, crab cakes, delicious. Bob's having a liquidation sale. Everything must go. Actually, it couldn't be more than the opposite. Everything I am bringing, I am buying. I have spent about $1,200 so far. So just to give you an idea of the amount of stuff I'm bringing, I'm into this about $1,200 so far. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good weekend. Adam says, I can't believe how much better my fish do in outdoor tubs compared with indoors. Found my first gardener I fry. Killifish are so underrated. Everything about that statement really makes me happy because outdoor tubs are amazing. Killifish are amazing, and breeding killifish is amazing as well. Anthony's is not that great. I think it's decent food. It's for sure overpriced though, but I think you're paying for the view. Because I do love sitting right on the sound, right out on the water. Like, that's one of my favorite things ever. House hunting, house hunting. If you end up in Marysville, that would be kind of crazy. Johnny, love the videos from Bob and the vlogs from Dan's. Not sucking up, stating facts. Liquid Zoo, sucking up. Hey. Yes, I see you. Thank you. South American lungfish. Oh, I was wondering when we were going to get to the quail talk. We've gone 52 minutes and we haven't talked about quail yet. What is wrong with these people? That's all right, though. Life is good as saving us. How many quail is enough to meet your needs for eggs? Do you need to provide heat for them in the winter where you are? I do not need to provide heat for the adults. I don't know if you can hear my chicks in the fish room are going nuts, if you can hear them. If you hear that high squealing, that's my quail chicks. We've got about a dozen back there now. So I'm not sure yet, to be honest, because this is my first time doing quail for this purpose. Previously, anytime I've kept quail, it was just for fun. But now I'm doing them for eggs. It's me and 3 giant dogs. I'm going to start at 30 adults, which should be good for about 2 dozen eggs a day. And we'll see if that's enough. Alexander, was that the only reason why I didn't sign up? Wait, I have to cook the food. What? I might make my way back to Ecuador in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to visit fish stores. I might buy decorations or dry goods for cheaper there. Ecuador would be a good place to go for fish. Like, it would be sweet to swim around and collect there. It's going to rain tomorrow, and I plan on doing water changes, so I'll try it tomorrow for sure. I'll let you know next Monday how it turns out for Rand Guy. Finally got my new tank set up and planted, and I really want to put my cories, but I know those jerks are going to rip up every single plant I put if I don't let them root in a bit first. That's true. That's true. They're pretty active, so you might get some dug up plants for sure. Same with the plecos, will do it too. Brian says the filtration video from Dan's Fish Warehouse was insane. That blows me away. Maybe it's because I'm a pipe fitter by trade and I've never seen that level of piping for the fish hobby. Brian, it is crazy. I'm really happy that video is doing well. I didn't expect it to get half the views it did, but it's still performing very well. So I'm super excited that people are watching it, because it does. Like, I think it's worth it. Like, it's totally worth it to watch it. It's very fascinating. It was weird making a video about fish without a single fish in it. So that was interesting, which is why I didn't think it would do that well, because I really don't think there's a single fish in that video. And if you release a video on a fish channel of no fish, even though it is filtration, I get it, it usually doesn't do that well. But this one's doing well, and I'm happy. Will the quail still lay eggs in the winter? They won't in extreme temperatures. So just like if it gets really hot, they won't lay, and if it gets really cold, they won't lay. But I will address that. If I see their egg production start going down, then I'll put heat lamps out there for them. My 14-year-old loved that video. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. And the other nice thing about that is it took me like 10 minutes to edit that video, because we shot the whole thing and like at like just one go, like one take, we shot the whole thing. And so like it's pretty unedited. It's pretty raw. I edited out a few like when we're like or like walking around, you know. Otherwise it's pretty raw footage. Also, Bob, if you haven't checked out Slightly Rednecked on YouTube, he's good, like-minded people. Is he like a Bigfoot person? Is that what I'm looking for? I was blown away when he said he had to clean the socks every 24 hours. That's some serious maintenance. The good thing is it doesn't take very long. It only takes a couple minutes. But yeah, every single day. And you saw in the like how dirty that was after one day. So was really surprised how good the audio was for being near that equipment. Yeah, that was these guys. Well, you can't see it because it's in my thing. But these are really, here's one right here. I got my backup charging. Really good. Really good mics. Ceramonic Blink 500 transmitter. I do gotta apologize. I have to be unprofessional and send a message real quick. Holy smokes, do I have a lot of messages about missing my member stream. Wow. You do love me. You all love me. You know it. You don't get this many messages when you don't show up to a stream if you're unloved. Just saying. I feel special. All right. The plural for Sasquatch is squitchies. Alec is the one who would know. It says with dolomite. I've seen y'all talking about dolomite in the chat, but I've never used it, so I can't chime in. But he says with dolomite you get magnesium as well as calcium. With plants, magnesium plays a role similar to iron in humans. Yeah, you definitely don't want any magnesium deficiency in your plants. Was there a member stream? Yes, there was, but I was late. I did lose track of time. I have an alarm set on my phone for this stream, but for some reason I've never set one for my member stream. And, you know, I learned a lesson today that I need to do that. I was just out working on my house, lost track of time, came in and saw that it was like a half hour after I was supposed to start, and I was like, well, shoot. So I was gonna post, but I didn't even post because it's like a 20-minute stream. So we'll do a longer stream next week and make up for it. Bob, is it bad to feed only brine shrimp to bigger fry for a week or two? I'm breeding shell dwellers. I want them to have grow out. I want them to grow out as soon as possible. No. No, that'd be fine. Of course, because how else can you keep helping out Bob and everyone else? I'll just feed it to my dogs. Signing up now? Wait, what? What are we signing up for? That heat exchanger that he has weighs a literal ton, by the way. I have broken steel beams moving them before. That's crazy. You should keep the notifications on until you stream. I'm sure you had many messages. No, I do not keep notifications turned on my phone. Very rarely do I have them turned on. Because I get so many, like, today, for instance, I got like 7 phone calls. And you know how much I hate phone calls? Well, I had 7 phone calls. I don't even know how many emails. It's always Monday. Monday is always the worst, right? When it comes to communication, Monday is by far the most busiest day. So I normally don't even keep my phone on me because it's just blowing up nonstop. Especially now that I put in all these orders and I'm working on some other things that I don't want to announce yet. Like, I'm getting messages and phone calls all over the place. I'm just like, I had my phone on silent. I was like, I'm just gonna put my head down and work, and just got distracted. Was going with the flow, and yeah, I really wanted to get my roof done before tonight, which is not gonna happen, but it's all right. Like, if it doesn't get done, it'll get done tomorrow. So I have no time commitments right now. John the Stir Fry Guy says, I always gain followers when watching your stream for some reason. Yeah, anyone who's active in chat will always gain followers. It's pretty common. Marvin's Loach Garden says, thank you very much for the gifted subs. I missed who mine was from, but this poor grad student really appreciates it. Yeah, so thank you, Maria and Alexander, for throwing out gifted subs, even though they haven't even gone out yet. But we'll see. Last week I did confirm that the gifted subs did go out. They just didn't go out till Wednesday. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is. Bob, can you go back and catch my question? If not, I'll type it again. Darlene, let me take a look. Looking for Darlene. A friend gave me a used Python. The hose has some brown spots on the inside. How can I clean it? It's 50 feet. Can I use it like that? I would use it like that. My Aquarium hose has a bunch of gnarly stuff on the inside of it. And it's never hurt anything, as far as I know. If you wanted to clean it, you'd have to submerge the whole thing in like probably like distilled white vinegar and let it soak in like a 5-gallon bucket. But you obviously have to make sure that it gets into all of the tubing, and you can soak it that way if you're really concerned about it. You got to do what's best for you. If it was for me, I wouldn't bother. But if I hook it up and like all that brown stuff is like coming out with it, then I would probably clean it. But if it's like stained brown, then I wouldn't be worried about it. I would think that end of Dan's fish sump would be cooler. Eric says, I forgot I made a baby batch of brine shrimp. Thank you for saying brine. Brine. Carol says, I felt unloved because I got no notice. Yep, no notices. And honestly, even when I do send out notifications, like, it only goes out to like 5% of the people, so. Have you seen the sailfin gudgeons on Dan's fish? I have. I want to get 10, but my mom won't be very happy to drop over $1,000 on fish. So I will say one thing that's very disappointing about those is that they're all male. And I'm sure Dan's not very happy about that either. But I'm sure it's still one of those things, like, I'll take what I can get because this is a bucket list fish, right? But the dream is to get a pair and breed them. And if I can't get a pair and breed them, then what am I even doing? Like, I don't know. I'm sure someone has a beautiful display tank that all those males will just look amazing in. But man, I would want to breed them so bad, and I would get frustrated not having any females. Just like in real life, right? Have you seen... Oh, I already got that one. Leo29 Aquatics says, money for your shoulder and for Fishtoberfest, and peas, plecos are the best, and peas, plecos are the best. All right. Kenneth makes an excellent point. If you really want clean tubing, you can get a spring brush that will go all the way in. There's those crazy like snake brushes that you can snake all the way into those things. If you really wanted to clean the inside. Honestly, at that point, if I was that worried, I would buy new tubing. Like, it's cheap enough. I would just buy new tubing. Carolyn was gifted a membership by Ginger Grumble. Wow, we're still working on the 5. The 20 haven't even gone out yet. It's got an hour. We got an hour to give away these 20. Hold on. Okay. You get 9 knots in a piece of rope that fits kind of snug in the python tube and suck it through the rope with a shop vac. I think I know what you're saying. I butchered your comment, but I think I know what you're saying. Matthew says, I want a 125 rimless tank, sausages with a lot of plants. What? Now put on a giant school of nanofish. Sausages? I don't get that one. Speaking of rimless tanks, though, I am picking up a couple ADA rimless tanks. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm hoping to bring them and use them at Fishtoberfest for the fish that I'm selling. I think having a nice tank to sell them in would make a decent booth. But UPS, you're living the dream, says sausages. Yeah, I have no idea. He wants a 125 rimless tank with sausages. I mean, sausages are pretty good, but... Regina says, I ordered discus from Lisa's favorite distributor, Hans. I cannot think of Hans without thinking of Die Hard. That's all I can think about. Alexander says, yeah, I know I gotta wash them. It can't be that hard. Here's how I wash my tanks. I fill them up with water and let them soak, and then I go back the next day, and if the algae or whatever's on them doesn't rub off, then I give it another day, and so forth. And if it takes 2 weeks for it to soak through and rub it off, then it takes 2 weeks. It's easier that way. But I think it would be better for my fish and plants and shrimp to actually have them on display in a tank. We'll see, though. We'll see. I'm still undecided on if I want to bag all the fish first and just put bags on the table, or if I actually want to bring tanks and put them in the tank. I kind of go back and forth. I really don't want to be bagging and netting fish at the convention, so I'm leaning towards bagging everything first and just bringing everything down in bags. Because I'm coming down Friday, so I could bag everything Friday morning, and they would be just fine in bags for 2 days, right? 1 full day on Saturday. Hopefully they get sold. If not, I'll bring them home Sunday and put them back in a tank. So they would only be in the bags for like 2.5 total days. I'd love to see these sausage fish, I think. I don't know, think like bikers. Bikers kind of look like sausages. Kind of. Maria, see, that's what I mean. If they like to only show up once the person arrives in chat, and I think only when it happens during the same live stream, but I think they're all being given out still. I don't think so, because 25, like, there's still a lot of gray in the chat. Like, Johnny, for instance, he would have been gifted one. He was gifted one a month ago, and it just ran out. So, like, why isn't he being gifted one? I don't know. All right, hello, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Matthew meant aquascaped, not sausage. Well, I don't know what's going on where your phone is auto-correcting aquascape to sausage, but I'd be a little concerned. Made it back after Granny's call. What's up now, bikers? I am bringing a biker. I don't know if I said that. I'm bringing a Delhaize biker to Fishtoberfest. So if anyone wants a Delhaize by sheer biker, I will have one and only one for sale, and he's a pretty good looking dude, so I think he's gonna sell fast. Now I think I need to try to find some Apistos to bring. Let me see, are there any Apistos on the list? I don't think so, but I'm gonna check. Oh my gosh, I just closed the whole. Okay, we're going to control find. Wait, why didn't that work? Control F. There we go. Apisto. Wouldn't you know it? Only orange flash are available. What about this other place? Let me check this other place. Let's go. Apisto. I got the pineapple Apistos at Fishtoberfest last year, and I'm really happy with them. No spawning, because I haven't really spawned any fish, but okay, what am I looking for? Apistos. Why do I not see them? Oh, well, I guess I could just search again. All right. Apisto. Find. No Apistos for sale. That figures. I don't know. I don't know why they're not more popular. Guess I'm not bringing Apistos. Darren was gifted. See, we're still giving out. I don't know. Anyways, I just found a batch of Apisto Borellii fry in one of my tanks yesterday. Big shrimping. That is awesome. I keep closed caption on for your stream. It's what? All right. What do we have going on here? It's a candy cane tetra. Each eye is bulged and has a tiny white thing on it. Regina says my Delhaize bicher is sausagey. Yes, definitely sausagey. Earl, if I were you, I would get that fish in a quarantine tank and I would treat it with salt ASAP as possible. That is what I would do. I'm not a veterinarian. I do not give medical advice, but if it was me, that's what I would do. How much to get that biker shipped? Hopefully there isn't an amount. Even I hope there's not an amount, because I do not want to ship fish. I will be shipping shrimp. If anyone has been on my website lately, one, you'll notice that it's back up, and two, there are shrimp. So I will be shipping and selling shrimp very shortly. I have the shrimp. I'm just I'm not flipping shrimp, so I'm not buying them wholesale and reselling them. I'm actually breeding them myself. So they're not going to be available like all the time. But I'm working on getting my numbers up right now. And then as soon as I get like 100 of them, I'll start listing them for sale. But I am bringing some down to the Portland show to sell some there as well. I have a 20 long that needs to be re-sausaged. All right. I'm highly interested in that biker. How big is that biker, and is he an armored biker? All bikers are armored. What kind of is that? That's like an oxymoron. He's about 7 inches, 7 inches or so. You'll see him. You'll see him soon, Katie, if you're gonna be in Portland, which I think you're going to the show. You'll see him. He'll be in his display tank. I'm selling him for a lot of money though, because there seems to be a lot of interest in this chat. So I'm really gonna jack up the price on him because he seems to be pretty popular already. So I think I'm gonna sell him for like 500. Can I ship shrimp? Can I ship shrimp to Alaska? I'm pretty sure I can, Nisi. I don't know why I couldn't. I would just ship it priority and hope that it gets there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've ever shipped to Alaska. Have I ever shipped anything to you? I don't think so. I feel like you've shipped me stuff. But I don't think I can't remember if I've ever shipped you anything. The Tetra is alone in the tank anyways. Oh, sad Tetra. Sad, sad Tetra. I'll sell mine for 400, just saying. Better yet, you can hand carry shrimp to my house. I wish. I don't know what I'm going to sell the biker for. I'm obviously not selling it for $500. First, I knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it, but everything's got to get through quarantine first. So he's looking pretty good, and he'll most likely make it through quarantine. But you know, I don't want to jinx anything. So if it's, I mean, I can always order more if people really want them, but I probably won't be ordering again until there's another show. How can I keep my Steenfott on Goby from being aggressive? He's in a 20 high, and it's just territorial and food aggressive. Just nanofish in there, and the only thing that he can't bother is a clown pleco. How can I keep my Steenfott on? You can't really stop a fish from being aggressive. If it's an aggressive fish, they're going to be aggressive. That's what they do. If he's not actually like damaging or hurting or attacking your other fish, then there's probably not even really a reason to be concerned. But if he's actually, you know, like fin nipping or just causing unneeded stress on the other fish, then really the only thing you can do is take him out. Like, you can't sit him in a corner and put him in timeout and be like, bad fish, bad fish. No. So, not sure if you've seen before, members ended, but bucket list car is a 1985 Monte Carlo with a 57 original 1,000 miles with a 305. That's a pretty nice car, as long as it hasn't been all hacked up yet. Hopefully it's original. I'm thinking about getting chili rasboras for my nano tank. I just bought chili rasboras. There's about an inch of space on each side of the hang-on back filter. Will they jump and escape? It's a possibility, but probably not. Probably not. Bob, I just got some fully grown yo-yo loaches with a tank I bought. Have you ever kept them? Yes. Have any tips on keeping them? Super easy fish to keep. They love live and frozen food, but they don't necessarily need it. But if you can give them blackworms or bloodworms every once in a while, I would highly recommend it because they go nuts over them. But yo-yo loaches are a super easy fish to keep. They're highly adaptable. Not much you have to worry about unless you're not keeping up on your water changes and you have like poor water quality. They're not a fish that's going to give you a lot of leeway when it comes to water quality. So as long as you're keeping your water quality up, parameters really aren't that big of a deal. I don't want to drive all that way to get a fish though. Well, then apparently you don't want it bad enough. Like, what can I say, John? If you're not willing to 10,000 miles to get this fish, then do you even really want this fish? Where's the commitment here? It's lacking. Like, how can I even sell this fish to you now, knowing that you won't drive across the world to get it? I don't know. I just don't know. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, get this schnoz too. Gotta get both schnozzes. Hopefully, but we'll see if the boat sells before it's gone. 5-hour drive away from me. I think I'd rather have a boat, to be honest. But I feel like if I've had a boat for a couple years, then I probably would sell it. Like, okay, I had my fun with the boat. Time to get something else. What? What? Okay, I see you. Just thought of an idea. Super gluing a piece of plastic to the sides and the hang on back. So if the chili ras boars jump, I don't know that you really even have to be worried about it with chili ras boras. They're not exactly known to be, like, they're not killifish. They're not known jumpers. So I say that now, and they'll probably all jump out like the first day to bite me. But honestly, I wouldn't be worried about it. But you can certainly get a glue gun and glue some plastic on there. Wouldn't hurt anything. I saw a video this weekend you made a while back about water changes. I'm doing way too many. Yep. My good old water change video where I didn't really say anything, but I said a lot. And boy, did that stir up the internet for a minute. That's pretty funny. All those controversial type topics. But I do think a lot of people change water too much. I think that's definitely a problem. I don't have time for the boat. I've used it once this year, twice last year. Well, maybe if you didn't wreck your truck, you'd be able to use your boat more. I just spitballing here. Maybe if you had a way to tow your truck, instead of crashing it, maybe you could have used your truck to tow your boat and you would have used it a little more. I don't know. I'm not a boat guy, so I don't know how that works, but I feel like if you had not totaled your truck, you might have used your boat more. My female orange flash apisto is disappeared from the tank, 20-gallon long, no lid. Might just be hiding. They're pretty good at hiding, so hopefully you may want to double check any type of decorations you have in there to make sure she's not stuck somewhere, though, because that would not be good. You can come help me rebuild mine. Moved and have to restart. Some would say it's better to change too often than not often enough. The point of the video was, I think people change water too often when there's something wrong. Which I can't remember the video now. It's been so long, but I'm pretty sure like that's kind of what I talk about. And I think that can cause more issues if that's not really what's needed, right? Like, you go in like a Facebook group or a forum, someone says there's something wrong with my tank. Like, what do the first 100 people say? Do a 50% water change. Do a big water change. It's like, that doesn't seem like good advice to me if you don't know what's wrong with it. Like, what if what's wrong with it is your tap water? What if there's something in your tap water causing a problem? And now you're just telling them to change more water. I don't know. To me, it's like, if there's something wrong with my car, do I go out and change 50% of the oil? Like, I don't know what's wrong with it, so I'm just going to change 50% of the oil. And I realize that's a terrible analogy, but in the same way, it's not. Like, try to figure out what's wrong with your tank before you just start trying to fix things. Like, in what other world or hobby do we do it like that? If something is wrong, let's just try to fix things before figuring out what's wrong. Like, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. Today is 26 weeks. I haven't had it to the day. Your anniversary is like on a Monday. That's brutal because now I gotta say it every single time. Any suggestions for a corner tank? Looking to replace an older 42 hex. The LFS wants over $1,000 for a 54 corner tank. I would try to find one used. I can't. That blows me away that the 54 corner tank is over $1,000. I guess it kind of depends on where you live, but normally those are around like $300, so that's crazy. Whoa, 54. I got a 54 Beaufront like 4 years ago from PetSmart with the stand for like $350. It's like changing the car seat because your car vibrates. Yeah, it's like, well, there's something wrong with my car. I changed out half the oil, and there's something still wrong with it. Now let me try and fix it. Oh, I had a flat tire. It was the tire the whole time. Good thing I changed half the oil. Like, why do we do that in our tanks? It doesn't make any sense to me. And a lot of the times when you see someone posting, like, help, there's something wrong with my tank, it's usually right after a water change. Like, it's definitely a majority of them are right after a water change. It's always like, I just did a water change. Now all my fish are gasping at the surface. We'll do another water change. Like, what if your chlorine is out of control and that's why they're gasping at the surface? So you're going to put more chlorine in their tank by doing another water change. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. My LFS aquariums are also insanely priced. Well, because, I mean, everything is insanely priced right now, but glass especially has gone up a lot. But yeah, the price of fish tanks, it's still not as bad as other places in the world. There's a lot of places that have a lot worse off. But the price of fish tanks has definitely gone up the last couple years. Bunny Viper, hello, hello, hello. My plants in my big tank are dying from lack of nitrate and phosphates. I can buy the first or just... Wait. I can buy the first to help or just let the fish help. I think if the fish were capable of helping, they would have done it already, right? I would 100% buy whatever you're lacking and fix it. I mean, devil's advocate here, but a water change will fix beginner's issue 7 out of 10 times. See, I feel like we're just making stuff up. Like, we're just guessing at this point. And a good amount of the times, they don't have the required equipment to say if the issue is water quality. That's why the first thing, when somebody says help, there's something wrong with my tank, the first thing someone says should not be do a water change. It should be, what are your parameters? What does your water test kit say? And we all know 99% of the time, they're either going to lie and say, my water test's fine, or they're not even going to have a test kit. Those are like 99% of the time, those two scenarios are what's going to happen. And it's like, to me, it doesn't make any sense to not spend $15 on some test strips, but you'll keep wasting money killing fish over and over and over and over. Like, you'll lose $100 worth of fish and still won't buy a $15 test strip. Like, what are you doing here? So to me, the first question should always be, what are your parameters? Not do a water change, automatically do it. My parameters are perfect. Yep. I tested my water, it's perfect. Well, then you ask them what that means and they don't know. What's perfect? What's perfect? It's fine. When the Mister and I moved, we're 100% adding a bigger RODI system. I can't trust tap well water. I would trust well water. I would not trust tap water. Tap water is disgusting. Well water, I'd be okay with well water. Like, yeah, I'd be okay with well water. Yeah, Veranda guy knows. What are your parameters? Oh, my parameters are good. Okay, but what are they? What are they? I find people use 5-in-1 that doesn't include ammonia. So that's true. But for most of us, like most experienced people will be able to tell if it's ammonia. Like we don't need a test kit to tell us that there's something wrong with ammonia. But beginners definitely need ammonia. But yeah, ammonia is one of those things, like it's super easy to spot ammonia. But yeah, not for beginners. My parameters are perfect. Perfect. It's always perfect. Nothing's perfect except my parameters. UPS for Living the Dream says I always keep 2 different brands of test strips. That's a bit extreme. Like, but whatever. I just keep one. Whatever one's the cheapest, that's what I'll use, because I trust them all. With well water, you have to be aware of what your neighbors are doing. Are they spraying their yard for bugs? If so, it could be an issue with your water changes. Certainly. But I'm far enough away to where I don't have to worry about that, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, me and my specific situation right now, I do not have to worry about it. I would kill to be back on city water. My well is terrible. Will never buy another house with one. I will always avoid city water. I will do whatever I can to avoid city water. My first 2 questions when I get asked what the problem is: what are your parameters, and are there any new additions to the tank recently? What have you added? Whether it's plants, fish, anything. What have you added? What have you done that's changed? What's different? On Facebook, someone said they had 0.5 parts per million of ammonia, and people are saying change the water. Well, my tap has 1 parts per million of ammonia, so maybe there's to say they would be adding to the issue. So maybe there is something to say they would be adding to the issue. Honestly, if I had ammonia in my water, I would be on the phone with the water company like every single day. When you finally find another person with an aquarium, we should totally hang. Finds out to keep 5 goldfish in a 10-gallon with pink gravel. Never mind. Never mind. Furlough, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Legion says I got a couple of dwarf neon rainbows with a tank I bought, and I've never kept rainbows before. I gotta say they're the most beautiful fish I've ever kept. I'm definitely getting more. How many in a 55-gallon? I mean, you could do like 20 dwarf neons in a 55-gallon. Mountaintop Puffer Keeper says I bet soaps and lotions kill tons of fish. There's definitely something to be said about putting your hands in a tank after like washing them with soap. I don't know if it's killing a lot of fish, but maybe if you're like if you're sticking your hands in like nano tanks, sure. But if you have like a 75 and you just wash your hands and you put your hands in the tanks, I don't think that's really gonna do much. I have 1 parts per million ammonia too. It's apparently legal at that limit. I would still be calling every single day. I don't care. Like, I don't care what their acceptable limits are. I do not want ammonia in my water. Ever. At that point, I'd probably have to go RODI. I did have a company offer to send me a free one. I declined, but maybe I should have taken it. I don't know. But I do not have ammonia in my water. But it'd still be nice to have an RODI unit. Maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll get one for free. I don't know. Mr. BCBD says, the more I listen to live streams, the happier I am with my well water. Yeah, like, I would always take well water over city water. I mean, not to mention, like, all the pharmaceuticals that are in city water. Like, you want that in your fish tank? Probably not. If you smell like Bath and Body Works, maybe rinse the hands and arms again. Yeah. Dan says Romino's Tetra are my favorite Tetra. They are pretty cool. Not my favorite, but they're up there. They're definitely pretty cool. It's 9:30 here, so I gotta get ready for bed. Okay, great stream as always, Bob, and thanks, Moz, and everyone who gifted memberships and money to Steenfott Aquatics stream. Have a great day, y'all. Thanks for stopping by, Katie. I appreciate it. Whew. Like our daughter most days. That's funny. Okay. Well water? Well, I have water. All right. I think that's gonna do it for this stream. I like last week. I still have a lot of work I got to do, so I do got to cut it short a little bit. I am losing daylight every week, so I still have a lot of stuff to get done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I want to thank everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it, and we'll be back next week. If you were gifted a sub, a membership, remember that we do live stream an hour before this stream. Usually, not today, but usually we do. Next week we'll go a little longer. And I hope you all have a great week. Thank you all so much. And I am getting back to building and hopefully get this roof done. Still want to get it done before the end of the day.